Hello, everyone. Welcome to the podcast with Bakhtiyar. Today we have Vrinda Gupta on our show, and she's a soft skill trainer. She's a freelancer, and let's hear her story and learn something from her. Welcome to our show, Vrinda. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you so much. It's my pleasure.
Vrinda, tell me something like about introduction. We always ask on our show introduction, your journey, how you came to soft skill training thing, and how you started.
So it's very interesting. I do not have a training background at all. I am a BTech graduate in computer science. So I realized that coding is something that is not interesting me, and I find it too much tedious for me to do. That's when I shifted to masters in international business. I was mainly doing event management specialization. So I used to organize a lot of corporate events, wedding events. I used to anchor a lot of shows. That gave me a platform where I can actually utilize my public speaking skills, my communication, networking ability. So my journey started from there. And everybody knows here that I am a Josh Talk speaker. I spoke about my journey post my separation. So it's been a year now. So since the time I came back, I was, of course, very depressed. But I just thought that I don't want to spoil the rest of my life being depressed, literally for something which is not worth it. Of course, it takes a toll on you. It's not easy. But then I had to start from scratch. So that was my main challenge, if I could say, because at the age of 27, 28, where people already are doing so much, they are successful, they have started their own business. For me, I had to start from scratch, and I had nobody to motivate or coach me. So I started on my own. I just didn't give up on myself. I tried to take every opportunity my way. That's when this training journey started. I just started my page on Instagram, and I was helping people with communication skills. So I think slowly people started liking my content. They started approaching me for projects. Of course, I had to give a lot of interviews. I still do give. It's not that, no matter how good a trainer you are, but you still have to give a lot of interviews. So yeah, I started doing all of that, and then I saw that the projects that I'm getting are very overwhelming now. I'm not able to manage my event management full-time job and my soft skills. So that's when I just quit event management completely. And now it's, full-time training that I'm doing. So I love what I'm doing. I get to meet so many different people every day, interact with them, learn from them, understand their challenges. So yeah, it's quite a journey, but I'm enjoying it.
So your journey is like बीटेक कर लो फिर कुछ और करना.
एग्जैक्टली माई जर्नी लिटरली स्टार्टेड लाइक अरे यार बीटेक तो करना ही है, सब दुनिया में सब कर रहे हैं इंजीनियरिंग, बहुत हाई पेइंग अच्छा जॉब मिलेगा, कर लो. ज्वाइन तो कर लिया, फिर रियलाइज हुआ भाई इतना आसान नहीं है. कोडिंग हो ही नहीं रहा है मुझसे, मैंने इतना कोशिश किया, कुछ भी नहीं हो रहा था. देन दैट्स व्हेन आई वाज लाइक नो, I cannot do it means I cannot do it. And I did, I was very, very upset actually. I was saddened कि मैं क्या करूं, मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा. सब लोगों को एक direction पता है कि हमें ये करना है, but I did not have any direction. So I think my masters gave me a vision that, this is what is meant for you. You're more on the creative side than on the technical side. So that's where I discovered my passion. Ankur Variku, he
Yep.
always tells that you need to grow your passion. You cannot find your passion. You have to try multiple things, and the one that fits you the best, you have to just keep growing in that. So I think I'm just following that.
Vrinda, like first question to you.
Hmm.
Your journey is pretty interesting. So you said you are now started getting projects also,
Yeah.
and they interview obviously for the projects you get. So first
Yeah.
question is why soft skills are now so important in corporate?
So basically, initially, like when I started my journey, soft skills, I felt it was quite overlooked. कि अरे सॉफ्ट स्किल्स कुछ नहीं है, आप टेक्निकल स्किल्स में अच्छे रहो, आप क्लियर कर सकते हो इंटरव्यू. Technical skills or your certifications can only get you an interview call. How you are going to present yourself is ultimately going to help you to land into your dream job. That's what soft skill does with you. अभी आप देखोगे तो मैं दिन में कितने लोगों से बात करती हूँ, the corporate relations head, or if there is a learning and development head, these people they call so many trainers and they ask कि हमें ना सॉफ्ट स्किल्स ट्रेनिंग देनी है अपनी एम्प्लॉयज को. टेक्निकल स्किल्स में सब बहुत अच्छे हैं, एवरीबडी इज फैब इन टेक्निकल स्किल्स, बट डिलीवरी इज द इशू. So that is why people are realizing now, and a lot of not just corporate employers, I'm talking about corporate employees also who are working, they are googling for courses on public speaking, courses on communication, courses on etiquettes, चाहे वो email etiquettes हो या personal etiquettes हो. A lot of these things have been sold now. So this is the business that is slowly picking up, and it is not going to stop growing. I'm very sure, because अभी ना सब companies को लग रहा है कि if we want to retain employees in our organization, if we want the company to grow, and that is only possible if the employees are productive. So to achieve that productivity, or to achieve the increase in sales, the employee should be good in communicating. Or agar if you see manager level or senior mid management or senior management, they all are looking forward to having managers who have good soft skills. Now what does it mean? Maybe they are good in problem solving, they are good in critical thinking, they are good in showing empathy, they are good in keeping the team together, they are good in making decisions. So when all these things are there, ultimately aapka work culture is going to improve. When your work culture is going to improve, your employees will be happy in the organization. When the employees are happy, they are going to be productive. When they are going to be productive, they are also going to grow personally, and the organization is also going to grow in terms of sales. So everything is interrelated. So one soft skill relates to another, the other soft skill relates to another. So all these things put together, if I have to say in a nutshell, that soft skills are very, very important today. A lot of organizations are now realizing, and they have training programs for their employees. So especially soft skills training. But what I want is, trainers like me, we are happy with the way that the corporates are recognizing the importance of soft skills. But we need not reach at that level at all if the curriculum of the schools and universities are modified. We do not even have soft skills integrated in any of the curriculum. Why? So we are trying to, talk to these institutions and universities that you need to customize your curriculum now. You need to include soft skills. You need to include public speaking. So much so that they are ready for interviews and they're ready to grow professionally and personally. So this, in my opinion, this is what I have to say about the importance of soft skills.
So there's like importance is there, but can you tell something like how we can improve our communication skills?
Yes, speak. If I have to say one mantra, I always tell, just say, if whoever's going to watch this video, I want to ask, you people must all have seen K3G, Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum. In that, if you see, Kareena tells, I need three things: good looks, and good looks. I think most of the people will remember. So for communication, there are three things that you need: practice, practice, and practice. This is what I can say. I'll tell you, a lot of people who have approached me for communication training, and I also get to interact with a lot of trainers who are career coaches, who are soft skill trainers, who are IELTS trainers, etc. When I interact with them and I try to understand what kind of inquiries do they get, what are they exactly doing, what scope do they see in soft skills as an industry or learning development industry, they all tell me that people are approaching them saying that I want to crack my job interview, I want to get placed in my dream company, I want to be great at communication. But when we ask them, do you practice on a daily basis, are you doing something to improve it, they say no, हम तो हिंदी में बात करते हैं या हम अपने पंजाबी में बात करते हैं. अरे आप जब तक बात नहीं करोगे तब तक how will you improve your communication? It's as simple as that. I can also sit here and tell that I'm a great cook. I can cook anything. You just tell me I can cook. मैं recipe देख के मैं बना लूंगी. Recipe is there on YouTube. But again, until I go and cook the food, I am not going to know if I'm good at it or not and how I can improve. Right? So the same way, I always tell my students, and I've not just told students, like of different age groups, like just say they are only, let's say, school children or they're college graduates. No, I tell this even to senior level management and mid senior level management, or let it be entry level jobs, people who are freshers in the organization.
Hmm.
I always tell them that encourage, have at least 30 minutes a day where you will communicate in English. Talk to your employees. Half of them are not networking because they are like, हम काम करने आते हैं, हमें काम करना है, हमें प्रमोशन चाहिए. आपको प्रमोशन कैसे मिलेगी अगर आप प्रेजेंटेबल नहीं हो? इफ यू डू नॉट हैव गुड प्रेजेंटेशन स्किल्स, इफ यू डोंट नेटवर्क, टुडे व्हेन यू गो एंड टॉक टू 2-3 people a day, you will learn from them and they will recognize you that, oh, this person is great. I think we should, keep him in mind for further promotions, or let's say for this project. Once you
Yeah.
start getting good projects because your impression is created, you're automatically climbing the ladder. So talk to your colleagues. And I've had some people who tell me, अरे हमारे तो दोस्त ही नहीं है, हम किससे बात करें? I have a solution for that as well. So those of you who are saying that we don't have friends, I will tell you, ideally start talking. Interact. Suppose अगर मैं आपको नहीं जानती हूँ, I'll come and I'll just say, hey, hi, glad to know that you're part of the same organization. My name is Vrinda. I work for the finance department. What about you? That's it. And then your conversation is started. और आप देखोगे कि 5 मिनट बाद आप ऐसे बात कर रहे हो जैसे आप सालों से जानते हो. And you might
Yep.
even end up exchanging numbers. And then what happens? If that person will help you somewhere, you will help that person somewhere. So you are collaborating. Once you
Hmm.
have these kind of skills integrated in your system, you can also become a great manager or a leader.
True.
But if you tell me I don't have anyone, go home, close the door of your room, sit, open a podcast or any kind of a conversational prompt jahan do jan baat kar rahe hain. You be the other speaker. Suppose there are two speakers, A and B, talking something. You be speaker A, pause, then let speaker B speak. Then pause, let them, you can reply. Do that, talk to yourself. Record karo apne aap ko. Videos create
Hmm.
karna start karo. Very important. Once you become confident in front of camera to speak, automatically your presence of mind will improve and you will become very a confident communicator who can smoothly initiate and build conversations. So practice is the key. और जो आपको अच्छा लगता है वो यूज करो. इफ यू लाइक रीडिंग बुक्स, रीड बुक्स टू improve your English. If you like sports, read sports का कोई articles, read them, get some good vocabulary knowledge related to sports, use them in your life. If you like movies, watch movies, English movies with subtitles. You learn so many phrases, idioms, इतना कुछ आप सीखोगे. Apply that always. And जितना आप प्रैक्टिस करोगे, आप जितना रिपीट करके आप बात करोगे, utna you are going to be fluent. But just a disclaimer, it's not going to be easy, guys. Matlab, it's not that
Yeah.
you'll just start speaking and then you'll be like, oh, I'm a great communicator. No. You will use a lot of fillers, you'll make a lot of grammatical errors, you will make pronunciation errors, you will stumble in between, you will lose out of words, you will freeze, but it's okay. That's how you learn. So later, when you freeze or when you are lost at words in front of people, you'll know how to handle it. So this is
Yeah.
ideally, I'll tell you how you can improve your communication.
Hmm. Yeah, like the first thing you said, practice, practice, and practice. Yeah, that's needed a lot. So we are talking about corporate a lot, and you have given example also. So my next question is, what soft skills is important for interviews?
Very interesting question. So what soft skills are important? Now this I'm going to tell you only for prior interview. Matlab, once you are in the corporate world, I've already told what kind of skills you need.
True.
Let's say before you start preparing for your interviews, I would say you need to practice your answers. Now people think, ये क्या है, आप ट्रेनर हो, आप हमें स्क्रिप्ट करने बोल रहे हो, आप हमें बाय हार्ट करने बोल रहे हो. No. I'm not telling you to buy heart. I am telling you, you should be fully aware of the answers that you are going to give to the employer. This is not a stand-up comedy gig, or it's not a musical concert, or it's not some movie review that you're giving to your friends. It's a proper formal discussion with you and the potential employer. And this is going to decide if you are going to be a part of the company or not. So you better take it seriously. I'm not going to give it so much of a hype that you have to get anxious and all. No, but practice your answers. Very important. I'm telling you, I have had so many people to prepare for their interviews. They take it so lightly. They think they know the answer. That's the catch. Like, suppose, tell me about yourself. They'll be like, yes, ma'am, ye to hume aata hai. Then they'll start. They'll be like, I'm single. I'm 25 years old. I have a nuclear family. I live with my mother and father. Who wants to know? I might want to know as a trainer to build a rapport with you, but the employer has no interest. Let me tell you very frankly, these HRs who are interviewing you only want to know how you can add value to the company, how you can be a good source of increasing the revenue of the company. That's it that they are bothered. And how are you going to show that? Through talking about your skills, your experience, your achievements. Very important. So the way you're going to deliver is very important. So you have to practice your answers. Number one, I would say, to prepare for your interviews. Always make sure that your outfits are ready one day prior. Now people might think, ये क्या बोल रही है soft skill trainer, outfit और soft skill का क्या connection है? Let me tell you, soft skill is a wide umbrella in which personality development is an integral part of soft skills. Now, what comes under personality development is also grooming. What comes under grooming? How are you going to professionally style yourself, or what is your attire going to be for your interview? Why is this important? Because the way you're dressed is going to portray your confidence. You are going to feel so confident with the way you dress, okay? And it's going to quickly grab the eyeballs of the recruiter. The moment you enter the room, you're not having a conversation with the recruiter. The recruiter's only looking at you and not only looking at the recruiter. That's it. You don't even have a conversation for a couple of seconds till you go and sit. So what is going to make, in that 10 seconds, the recruiter is already making an impression on you. How? Based on how you have dressed. So I would say that your dress, the way you're going to dress yourself, your outfits are also very important. Don't take too bold, eye-hitting colors, too much of pattern or stripes. They don't look good. Have a very subtle, let's say a neutral kind of a color, or we can say pastel colors that look very subtle, and, they look nice and formal for corporates, especially for interviews. So that is another thing that I could say. Then to prepare for your interviews, I would say you have to research about the company. Very important. And after researching, write down your thoughts. What is the company's vision and mission? What do they intend to do in the upcoming years? What are their current projects? It's all there on social media, guys. It's all there. What are their current projects? What are they, with what kind of clients are they working with? And how is it aligned with you or your values? Very important. So all this is not technical skills. These are all soft skills. Technical skills, may they'll give you a sheet of paper, a worksheet, they'll tell you solve this. But what about the other rounds? They're all going to be based on how you have presented yourself, which is soft skills. And another thing is your non-verbal communication. Please, please take care of that. Make sure you're maintaining eye contact with the HR. You are smiling. I know you must be jittering. Matlab, you must be feeling freezed कि oh my god, you have that anxiousness. मुझे भी होता है. मैं आज भी interviews देती हूँ, मुझे भी होता है. Nobody is perfect. But how are you managing it? So there might be butterflies in your stomach, but still your face should not show it. So you need to practice. आप कोई भी अपने friend को ले लो, relative को ले लो, any of your colleague, tell them, hey, sit down. This is the question I'm going to answer. Please record करो और सुनो और मेरे को feedback दो. Be open to feedback. They will give you feedback. Watch your own video. अंकुर वारिको का ये बहुत famous interview tip है, which even I tell all my students. Watch your own video. How are you speaking? Are you using your hand gestures? Are you, using your facial expressions? Are you also tested, which is again a part of soft skill. So I would say you have to try to, you have to try to integrate all of this to crack your interviews, or at least to give a very strong presentation in front of the HR.
So, you have told about interview dressing skills, but how much good dressing sense is important in the place where you work? Like, what should you wear day to day, and how should
Yeah,
see different offices have different cultures. Some promote very much formal, some don't.
yeah,
So, but in that also there is a color selection. So, could you please explain that?
yeah. So now, see, first understand the company's work culture. Like you said, what I can wear, suppose if I can wear this in one company, I might not need to wear this formal in another company. I might wear a
Hmm.
very, pale color t-shirt and a nice jeans, and then just pair up with, a little bit, let's say, wedges, or maybe not shoes. Yeah, wedges. Basically, for if you see for women, we wear these pointed toes kind of a sandal that we can wear.
Hmm.
But in some offices, you can also wear skirt, but which is below your knees, and with a
Hmm.
nice tucked in shirt, and then you're wearing a stiletto, or you're wearing a nice heel sandal, and then you're walking into the office. So I would say two things. Number one, observe the company's culture. When you go for the interview, see around you. How are the employees, I'm sorry, how are the employees dressed? Both men and women, how are they dressed? What kind of outfits are they wearing? That will give you an insight into what the company's work culture is like, or what kind of dress code the company follows. Number two, once you know that okay, you are going to be selected in a company, find out, LinkedIn is a pool of network. Just
Yeah.
find out, just search, see if you can find somebody who works in that company. You will definitely come across some mutual or common connection. Connect with them, ask them, hey, can you tell me what's the company's work culture like? How is it like to work in the team? What is your day like? Ask, get some information and feedback, so you are prepared that what kind of, let's say, a dress code, or what kind of a conduct you should follow in that particular organization, and then choose your outfits
Hmm.
accordingly. There are some startups who encourage you wearing a t-shirt or jeans and even a shoes, and you can go. There are some organizations which are very stringent. You have to wear a shirt, you have to wear,
Hmm.
let's say, a skirt, or a loose fitted jeans, not very let's say, not a very fitting jeans, little
Hmm.
flattering, because they don't like it.
Yeah.
They want it to be a little flattered fit. You can wear that and you can enter. Some organizations say you can wear anything, choose neutral colors. Yeah, don't choose red and orange, it hits the eye. Some
Hmm.
startups tell we are going to represent a startup which is very open to diverse work culture, and red represents, let's say, creativity, orange represents something. There is different color codes as well. So you can wear
Oh.
anything that you want. So
Hmm.
if I have to choose, which wherever I have worked, I have not taken very bold colors, to be honest.
Hmm.
I've taken little subtle light colors like what I'm wearing now, and then I've worn my jeans. Or sometimes I've also worn, you can also wear a one piece dress. But again,
Hmm.
it should not be body fit, and it should be quite formal. Like if you wear a denim dress, a nice denim dress, you pair it up with, let's say, a wedge or a little pointed heel, and then you just tie your hair, and then you're good to go. And minimal makeup. Now, too much makeup, definitely the organizations will not appreciate much, as far as I know, but just go
Hmm.
for a very neutral, subtle makeup, not over the top. And also remember, whatever you're going to wear, you are not just representing your brand, you're also representing the organization. So it's very
True.
important that when you are representing an organization, when you're representing your personal brand, make sure that you're presenting yourself well, you're dressed well.
Hmm.
Because if not, your personal branding is at a loss. So many years that you have worked on your personal brand, whatever experience you have gained is a loss. Number two, people misinterpret the organization altogether. So the
Hmm.
organization's reputation is also at stake. So we need to keep in mind that we represent these two things, which are very important. So accordingly, we need to dress. That's what I would say.
Great to listen to you and your experiences, what you have shared. So thank you so much, Vrinda, for
Thank you.
coming today and adding value to my audience and whosoever is
Thank you.
listening to it. So thank you so much, Vrinda. Thank you so much, whoever is listening to it. And
It's my pleasure.
kindly subscribe and like if you like this video. And
Yes.
I'll be putting down all the handles of Instagram, LinkedIn of Vrinda in description. You can connect with her. I've connected with her. She's really nice person to talk to. Thank you so much, Vrinda.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.